welcome back to the United Kennel Club's premier live stage. I'm Stan Matsumoto, and here with me again is Nicole Sedlicki, UKC Director of Major Events.
All right, so we just watched the Guardian group. We're now moving on to our Scenthound group. So the Scenthounds, there's two types of Scenthounds. There's treeing hounds, like our Coonhounds or our curs. And then we also have trailing hounds, such as a Beagle or a Bloodhound. All hounds have long ears, and they use those ears and extra skin to waft scent up to their olfactory system and help them trail the game.
And today, judging our Scenthound group from the state of New York, Kevin Izzard Carroll.
All right, let's get started. We have Bank, our train walker coonhound. His name is Money in the Bank, owned by Angela Cable of Indiana.
You know why they call them train walkers?
Is it because they climb trees?
No, they actually chase the coons up into the tree, and they stand there trying to climb, bark, bark, barking, letting the owners know where the little creature is.
Yes, and Bank, he participates in night hunt events with UKC.
Never been on a night hunt, but I heard a lot about him.
You know,
And wait, what do we hear in the background here?
holy cow.
And that's what we hear.
Oh, look at Bank. Yeah, you were talking about night hunts. UKC has the oldest, longest Coonhound event every year. It's called Autumn Oaks. It's always held on Labor Day weekend, and I'm sure Bank will be there. Angela competes in both of our all-breed sports side as well as our hunting side. That cow he's just a happy mover.
Sounds like one of those stuffed animals that they tip and it moves.
Maybe that's how they get Bank's expression.
Okay.
All right, we have a Beagle, Raven, Coldwater K-Run Black Widow, owned by Rachel Steffler of Kalamazoo, Michigan. You know what? She looks familiar. She's the one that also had the African Warble.
Oh, and Beagles come in two sizes. Do you know what sizes?
There's a 15-inch Beagle, and then a 10-inch Beagle. Am I right?
13.
Oh, 13-inch. Duh. You know what I never understood is why did Elmer Fudd not have a Beagle? Like, they're rabbit dogs, right?
Correct.
They
That's what
trail.
yes.
They trail
In
rabbits.
packs. In packs.
And Elmer Fudd was always looking for
The rabbit.
Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
He could never get that wabbit. He just needed a Beagle. What was he thinking? Oh my goodness. Look at this miniature wire-haired Dachshund, Robin. This is Lurica's Merry Adventure, owned by Jessica Giraldi of New York.
And this breed comes in various sizes and coat textures.
You know, UKC though, it's a variety breed.
Correct.
UKC's variety breeds are different than a number of other registries. It can sometimes be confusing to people that are crossing over. We do have a session. The All Breed Sports team is leading a session.
On varieties?
Yep, here in the virtual premier platform on varieties. So for UKC, we have standard and miniature for the varieties, but other registries will sometimes divide them also further by coat texture.
Correct. And the coat textures are?
Wire hair, long hair, and smooth coat.
Correct.
A+ for me, yay. It's hard when you're such an expert and you're quizzing me.
And what was that breed bred to do though?
They are badger hunters.
Absolutely, and they can be tough.
It's kind of funny that they must scent the dogs, or they must scent the badgers because they're scent hounds, right?
Right.
They're not terriers.
Low to the ground, long ears.
All right, we have next our mountain cur, Wallet Ridge Rebel Yell, owned by Mandy Middleton of Georgetown, Ohio.
And you don't see very many of these.
I have seen this dog at multiple. Look at that little statue of
Of a
that
mountain cur.
matches Rebel.
I've personally used this dog.
What do you
and
mean?
awarded this
What do you
dog.
mean when you say used?
As a judge, I've awarded this dog.
You don't see a whole lot of, like you said, you don't see a whole lot of curs, but Mandy has done a really good job of getting her dogs out there so people can see them and start to understand
A good
what they do.
ambassador of this breed, absolutely.
And for this dog, especially when you're saying good ambassador, they are squirrel hunters and they also tree like the coonhounds do.
Right.
And that was the video that Rebel sent in.
Show the bite.
Here we have another Dachshund.
Very nice.
Yes.
Again, it looks like a wire.
This is Rika's Tarlin Mischief Managed, owned by Jessica Campbell of New York. And
Okay.
this dog is Harry. Harry's favorite two things in life are hunting critters and digging holes.
Which is a natural, instinctive thing for this breed.
He also enjoys cuddling under a blanket. He competes in many different organizations in conformation, rally, drag racing, agility, earth dog, and field trials.
And look at the grass. It's almost as tall as he is.
His little belly. What a cute dog. If you have your cute dogs at home, make sure that you send us pictures on
We'd
UKC's
love to see
social
'em.
media. Let's see a picture of Harry watching himself on TV, right?
Absolutely.
That is Harry, owned by Jessica Campbell. Up next we have Evie.
It must
Dachshund.
be a Dachshund family here.
Here?
This one is also owned by, the first one wasn't owned by Jessica. This one is, though, owned by the same owner as Harry. The Rika's Waiting Up for Santa, Evie. Evie's performance that she sent in is drag racing.
Wow.
Drag racing is one of our sports. It used to be called terrier racing
Right.
because it was only open to terriers. It's a straight race. We opened it up to all breeds under 18 inches a few years ago, and it's a really fun event. The dogs have their little starting gates. They chase a lure down a long straight track.
And a lure is?
So, I mean, it's a plastic bag, essentially, like hooked up to a machine.
Anything that just moves and gets the dog's attention.
So they all chase it, and then at the end, there's a barrier, little hole, and the first dog through that hole is the
That's
winner.
wonderful. And here we have another wire. Dachshund.
This is Fox, Dachshund 208. Proof I Want to Believe, the Ruger, owned by Kelly McDuff of Minnesota. And not surprising, Fox's performance event is nose work.
Oh, again, something that's natural to this breed. And you can see how low to the ground this breed is and how long the ears are. So that all just enables this dog to
What makes
scent.
them better to be lower to the ground?
The scent. That's where the scent remains from whatever they're chasing or hunting.
His owner says that Fox is the most confident little dog I've ever met, and he does everything with
You could see.
gusto.
You could see just the way he's standing there in the middle of the.
He knows he looks good. Right,
Now,
next,
here's a dog that you'll never see or hardly see, and it isn't a Basset.
it's a Basset Bleu de Gascogne. I hope I said that right.
You did better than I.
This is Co. Jadis, now a true blue scamper, owned by Christy Scamper of Wisconsin.
Excellent.
And yes, these are dogs that you do not see very
No.
often.
And again, low to the ground, long ears, all for scent.
And Co is believed, from the owner, Co is believed to be the first Basset Bleu de Gascogne, what a mouthful, to have a weight pull title.
That's interesting. And even though this dog is low to the ground, the weight pull, it's the torque. So in other words, once they get that cart moving, then it's an easy flow.
They didn't send a weight pull video though.
Okay.
No? What did he say?
Agility.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine this dog going over jumps. I can't wait to go back and watch that.
And again, it looks like what we know as our Basset, except it's slighter, less bone, less body, less make and shape.
What a fun group of dogs. And let's check in with Kevin to see who his picks were.
Hey everyone, Kevin Ezra Carl here again. Next up for me is the Scenthound group. Thank you to everyone for their entries. Fourth place I gave to the Beagle, number 203. Third place went to the Basset Bleu de Gascogne, number 209. Second place went to the Dachshund, number 204. And the winner of the Scenthound group that goes through for Best in Show is the Mountain Cur. Beautiful animal, good body, good balance, good example of the breed. Really nice to see them too. Number 205, Mountain Cur, Best in Scenthound group. Thank you guys.
Congratulations to Rebel and Mandy. They will be moving on to Total Dog Best in Show.
What a lovely mountain cur.
Yes, you don't see those very often, so it was really cool to see them win. All right, we're gonna move on to our Sighthound group. Sighthounds are known for hunting by sight. They have longer legs, longer necks that they use to see their surroundings and chase game.
Some of those Sighthounds are from North Africa. They were bred with longer muzzles to help them adapt to the warmer temperatures and to be able to run after their game.
Yeah, it's really cool how breeders have been able to keep those breed characteristics and traditions alive for so many centuries. All right, let's get into our Sighthound group.
And today, judging our Sighthound group is Tracy Doty from North Carolina.
All right, now we are into our Sighthounds. The first Sighthound we have today is Whippet 301, Sassy's Borlas Riddiman at CC. Link, owned by Lynn Armstrong of California. So I'm seeing that with this Whippet, the top line is different than a lot of other breeds.
Correct. They're not supposed to be level. They're supposed to have a roundness to them. When you look at this breed, it always reminds me of kind of that Art Deco era. The roundness, the softness, no sharp angles, no sharp curves. Everything should be smooth, and they're very fast. They make wonderful pets, and they are like sitting next to a furnace if you have one sitting in your lap. Even if they're short-coated breeds, they just put up an intense amount of heat.
Yeah, I always compare Whippets to like having a house cat almost. Like they love being cuddled and like inside of a blanket.
They're very cuddly dogs.
Until they're outside and it's like zoom, right? This dog has earned a ton of titles, has had multiple Total Dog awards at different UKC events, and has been included in the top 50 All-Stars.
I just think it's wonderful when owners work with their dogs like this.
Next we have Whippet 302, Shannon Down the Black Keys, Carney, owned by Crystal Feister of Bloomington, Minnesota. Oh my goodness, look at this ring.
It's her backyard.
She made a whole confirmation ring in
And
her
she
backyard.
actually ribboned it off. I think that's so wonderful.
You know, they say, practice how you want to perform. Crystal got dressed, she has everything all ready for her dog.
Just like she's at a regular dog show.
Carney has a best friend who is a red Doberman named Hank. So you were talking about how the top line is curved. I see a lot of times with Whippets that their tails are tucked underneath them. Does that mean that they're scared?
No, that's the normal carriage of the tail. You don't want to see a Whippet's tail being carried over its back.
Look at that black pigment around its lips.
Which is wonderful for a white-bodied dog like this, a white-coated dog. But you could see the pigment on that dog.
Yeah, all of his freckles. Okay, what was she doing there? She took the tail and like, put it to the dog's hock?
That's one of the requirements. The dog's tail at repose must reach down to the hock or the point of the hock.
Does that help them with balance?
Absolutely. When they run, that's why their tail is held that way. If their tail was held up over its back, it wouldn't have the rudder action and the mobility to run and turn chasing game like they do.
He's very muscular too.
Yes, yes. You can see the musculature in this dog.
What kind of ears are those? So they kind of fold back like that?
They're like rose ears, just like this. This is perfect.
Rose ears.
And that's just the shape of rose, like that.
This is Whippet 304, Vermeer's Soliloquy, Okshana, owned by Elisa Holland of Ontario. Okshana sent in a video of her dog lure coursing.
And see what I was talking about, the markings on the dog? See how it's patchwork over the shoulder? It sometimes gives the judge a different illusion of where the angles are actually on a dog.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. But how do you overcome that as a judge?
You should look at color. And that's why you feel the dog.
You shouldn't look at color.
No.
Oh, right.
You feel the dog. There are certain breeds that are specific to color, but in the majority of the breeds like this, you shouldn't look at color. You shouldn't let it determine whether or not you like the dog.
Yeah, in UKC, they're a registry that is very open to many colors. Say, for instance, like my breed, Standard Poodles, UKC is the only registry that allows multicolored poodles to
And
be
a
shown.
multicolored poodle means?
More than one color.
Absolutely.
All right, our last dog of the Sighthound group, we have the Portuguese Podengo 305, Star Mountain, Catch Me If You Can, Leo, owned by Martha Miller.
These you won't see a lot of, but they're becoming a little more popular now.
You know, so this is the Portuguese Podengo,
Correct?
but this is also the Pequeno size.
Right. They come in 6 varieties and 3 different sizes.
So there's Pequeno, which is the smallest.
Right?
Medio,
Right?
middle, and then Grande.
Right. And then they differentiate in variety by coat texture.
Wow. All right, we just saw our Sighthound group, and we're gonna check in with our judge, Tracy, to see who she picked.
Hi, Stan and Nicole. Tracy Doty here to discuss the Sighthound group placements for virtual premiere. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all the exhibitors who competed and submitted videos. I would also like to say that I'm honored to have been asked to judge this event again this year. So without further delay, we'll jump right in and talk about those placements. Group 1 went to Whippet 302. Group 2, 304, also a Whippet. Group 3, Whippet 301. And Group 4, the Portuguese Podengo. So when you think about a Whippet, you're thinking about a medium-sized dog with a lot of power packed in a very beautiful, elegant body. We want a dog that's nice on the outline, meaning it's very smooth. The neck into shoulder on 302, very smooth, nice rise over the loin, very pretty on the stack. Very pleasing expression, rose ear, which is a characteristic of this breed, so very typey. Also, movement. So think about what the dog was bred to do. We want movement that's clean and free-flowing, a lot of freedom of action, no restrictions, such as we want a dog that's going to use himself both front and rear, have exquisite reach and drive. On the down and back, we're looking for a very clean moving dog, a dog that will pick up speed. As he picks up speed, it's going to start conversion towards the center line. No flipping of pasterns, no turning of legs in or out. Just a very smooth, free-flowing dog that's got a lot of muscle and a very pretty package. So what we have with dog 302 is very much that. A very pleasing expression, beautiful on the stack, very clean moving, coming, going, and going around. Just a very nice example of a Whippet. So he was my choice, Whippet 302. I'll talk to you soon.
It looks like Tracy chose Whippet number 302 by the name of Carney, owned by Crystal Pfizer.
Congratulations, Carney. And all 4 dogs are going to be receiving a prize package from Eukanuba. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to be showing the always popular gun dog group. So stay tuned.